Hello, everyone. Welcome back to IELTS Speaking Listening Test, Passive Listening. I'm Kevin Wynn, host and creator of this channel. Find the transcript in the description for key IELTS phrases to boost your score. In this series, today we'll cover Topic 2, Climate Change and Lifestyle. Examiner Lisa Lee will conduct the test, Olive Wynn will demonstrate Band 5 to 6, and Mary, our academic advisor, will provide Band 7+ model answers. Let's get started.
Good morning. My name is Lisa Lee, and I'll be your examiner today. Could you please tell me your full name?
Good morning, madam. My full name is Olive Wynn, but you can call me Olive.
Thank you, Olive. Can you show me your identification, please?
Sure, here it is.
Hello, I'm Mary, an academic advisor. I'll provide Band 7+ model answers for comparison.
Great. Now let's discuss climate change and lifestyle. All right, do you think climate change is affecting people's daily lives?
Yeah, I think so. Climate change. It makes the weather kinda crazy. Like, summer is hotter, so people use aircon a lot. And sometimes heavy rain, floods, traffic's really bad. Farmers, they also have problems growing crops. People spend more money on food and electricity. Even students like me. We get stressed when plans change. So, yeah, I think it really affects daily life.
Definitely. Extreme weather events are reshaping how we live. Heat waves lead to higher energy bills, floods disrupt transport and agriculture, and food prices can rise unexpectedly. Many cities now invest in climate resilience measures such as flood defenses and green infrastructure, and they also promote eco-friendly habits like cycling or using public transport. People have to make lifestyle adjustments, and these changes affect day-to-day routines. Climate change is no longer abstract. It has a long-term impact on our lives, socially and economically.
Nice. What small things can individuals do to protect the environment?
I think small things like turning off lights when you don't need them, recycling bottles, paper, and maybe walking or using buses instead of cars. Also, try not to waste food and water. If everyone does a little, it can help the environment a lot. I try sometimes too.
Practical steps include waste reduction, using public transport, carrying reusable bottles or shopping bags, and avoiding overconsumption of resources. These simple changes can significantly reduce your carbon footprint. Step by step, as more people adopt these eco-conscious habits, it contributes to sustainable development. Individual efforts, when multiplied across millions, can influence cultural norms and even guide policymaking decisions.
That's great. Are young people more environmentally aware than older generations?
Yeah, I think so. Young people, we learn about climate stuff in school and online too. Many, they join tree planting or cleaning events. Older people, they also care, but maybe harder to change habits. Young people use social media, so we know more about problems, I think.
Yes, younger generations generally show greater environmental awareness. Social media and educational programs spread campaigns quickly, and students often take leadership in climate advocacy initiatives. Older generations certainly care, but changing lifelong routines requires effort. Therefore, intergenerational cooperation is essential to ensure that sustainable practices become common across society.
Interesting. Do young people care about climate change in your country?
Yeah, I think many young people care. But not everyone. Some, they join tree planting or recycling projects. Others, maybe they just talk about it online, like on Facebook or TikTok. But, yeah, I think young people know more about climate change than older people because we learn in school and see news on the internet.
On the one hand, many young people in my country are becoming eco-conscious, driven by social media advocacy. Take my friends, for instance, who share posts about sustainability. On the other hand, some remain indifferent due to lack of awareness. At the end of the day, growing activism among youth is fostering resilience in addressing climate issues.
Thank you, Olive. Now here's your topic with a pencil and paper for notes. You have 1 minute to think about it and then speak for up to 2 minutes. Is that okay?
Yes, I know.
All right, you can begin speaking now.
One change I made is, I use a bicycle instead of a motorbike for short trips. Before, I always, went everywhere by motorbike, even just to the small shop near my house. But then, I realized motorbikes make a lot of smoke and, use fuel. So I decided, to ride my bike more often. At first, it was kind of hard. I felt tired, and sometimes the weather was too hot or rainy. Bicycles are slower too, so I had to plan my trips. But now I'm used to it. I ride my bike when I go shopping, visit friends, or go to the library. It's good because I exercise more, and I feel more relaxed. Also, bicycles don't make smoke, so it helps the environment a little. If more people do this, I think, the air could be cleaner and traffic less crowded. My family sometimes laughs, says I look like a student again. But, I don't mind. I feel kind of proud, 'cause I'm helping in a small way.
A meaningful lifestyle change I made was cutting down on single-use plastics. I used to accept plastic bags and disposable cups without thinking, but after reading about plastic pollution, I realized my habits contributed to overconsumption of resources. I decided to switch to reusables. Now I always carry a stainless steel bottle and a reusable shopping bag. At first I often forgot them, but gradually they became part of my day-to-day routine. This small lifestyle adjustment encouraged me to shop locally, choose sustainable products, and support companies investing in renewable energy. The effects have been positive. I drink more water, save money, and feel aligned with my personal values. A case in point, some colleagues noticed and began bringing their own bottles too. It demonstrates how individual actions can raise awareness and influence others. Environmentally, using fewer disposables reduces landfill waste and lowers emissions from production and transport. Step by step, these eco-conscious habits become second nature. On the whole, this change alone won't solve climate change, but consistent, widespread actions can drive cultural change and even influence policymaking. As a matter of fact, several cities now implement programs inspired by grassroots initiatives. Making these changes has not only improved my lifestyle, but also reinforced the idea that sustainable living is achievable for everyone, showing that social responsibility and personal choices are deeply interconnected.
Do you think more people in your country will make similar changes in the future?
Yes, maybe slowly, but I think when people see benefits, they will start following these habits.
I believe so. With more information, community advocacy, and social campaigns, eco-friendly habits tend to spread effectively.
All right, Olive and Mary, let's dive deeper into this topic for our discussion section. What role should governments play in protecting the environment?
The government should make strict rules like limiting plastic bags or stopping factories from polluting. They can also teach people to recycle. If the rules are clear, people will follow, and the environment will improve slowly.
Governments are central actors. They shape policymaking, invest in sustainable development, enforce conservation, build climate resilience, and encourage global cooperation through treaties and alliances. Effective governance creates frameworks that enable citizens to adopt eco-friendly habits and ensures long-term environmental protection.
Good points. Who has more responsibility, individuals or governments?
Both have responsibility. People should change small habits like recycling, saving energy, and using less plastic. But governments must do big actions such as building green projects or passing laws. If only people act, it is not enough.
It's shared. Governments lead large-scale infrastructure and incentives, while individuals reduce waste and adopt eco-conscious habits. Structural change and personal responsibility go hand in hand. Neither works effectively without the other.
Interesting perspective. How can education influence people's attitudes toward the environment?
Education is very important. Students can learn about climate change, understand the problems, and change their habits. They can also share knowledge with their parents and friends. If schools teach more, people will know more about protecting the environment.
Education is transformative. From schools to workplaces, it builds environmental awareness, promotes social responsibility, and empowers advocacy. Over time, these lessons shape behavior, encourage informed choices, and support sustainable development. Well-informed citizens are more likely to adopt eco-friendly habits and influence policy-making in their communities.
Thanks for your insightful answers today. That concludes our speaking test. I wish you great success in your IELTS journey and all your future endeavors.
That's the end of Topic 2, Climate Change and Lifestyle. Compare Olive's band 5 to 6 and Mary's band 7+ answers. Notice differences in fluency, coherence, vocabulary, and grammar. If you found this helpful, hit like and subscribe so you won't miss the next topic. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.